Hi and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Siobhan and I'm happy to have you. Welcome to 2019. So far, I can honestly say that 2019, although it's only been a few days, it just feels very positive. Like it feels different than 2018 did. 2018 was a very, very difficult year for me. Just a little bit of catch up. I've been back at work full time, which I have learned that because I'm tired all the time, I kind of live in a world where I either get to have a life or I get to have a job. And my job is really important. So I've just been focusing on getting back into the swing of things at work. The other person who is sort of my counterpart at work and who really was covering for me while I was out on leave, he didn't have it. His fiance had a baby, and just like a couple of weeks after I was back at work. And so now he is out. So we just sort of switched spots, and it's the holidays and there's a lot of fraud during the holidays. So just a lot going on at work. So because it is the beginning of the year and because I'm feeling positive about things and because I want to do a few things a little different than I did last year I really accumulated a lot of makeup. And I started out the year thinking that I was going to do a low buy, and that lasted for like 2 months. I did not do a good job with it. There were a lot of things that came out that I was really interested in. So I want to do a project pan. I'm doing this with Beauty News. If you don't know what Beauty News is, the link is definitely going to be in the description. I strongly recommend their channel. It's a great place to get information about makeup. I will also link both of the lovely ladies who are on there. One is Hailey, one is Kat. They cover new releases, beauty news. It's called Beauty News, and it really is amazing. So they are doing sort of a community thing of a panning project. So if you're not familiar with panning, because I know that at least some of my viewers are my friends who don't watch a lot of makeup YouTube other than myself. And so panning basically just means that I've chosen products and I'm going to use those products completely before I replace them with something else. So I do have, I'm pretty sure, a full face of makeup worth of products in front of me. I did go with some things that weren't going to be horrible to try to pan because this is my first time doing panning and I don't want to get discouraged. And if there are things that I just find aren't working or that I don't think I'm going to get through, I will swap them out the following month. But I'm just going to go ahead and start with what my products are. So the first thing, there we go. So I have the small size of the Tatcha Silk Canvas that came in. I actually have a full size that I haven't opened yet. And so I want to finish this one first because I do definitely have other primers. I love this primer. I love the way that it makes my skin feel. I have found that it does help my skin to look more smooth here. But more importantly, I've found that when I use this, my skin feels less dry when I take my makeup off. And it's winter and there's a lot of dry skin happening right now. So I'm going to show you as best I can sort of where it is now, which is difficult. Let's see. Let's see if I put my finger in it. You can kind of see there's like a nice dent in the middle. So this is going to probably be difficult to tell where I'm at with it. However, it is also something that I think we'll be able to tell like once I've hit pan, and I don't think it'll take me too long to use it up. I'm pretty sure that I can use it up in the month of January, which is the goal for this one. I just, I love it. I use it every time I do my makeup, so I think it'll be pretty easy, but I definitely want it to be one of the items that I use just because sometimes I do reach for other primers, and part of my intention with this is just learning how to focus on using the makeup I have up so that I'm not constantly feeling like I want to buy more. So the next item, this is also a primer. However, this is a color correcting primer. So this is the Allergenist Concentrated Color Correcting Drops. And this is 15 mils. I have only used it a couple of times, but it is really good at helping to color correct the red that I have through here. So what I do is I put the Tatcha here, and then I put this kind of further out on my cheeks. And I realize that I go over that area with a blush later, but that's a completely different look than what it is initially. So I just use this like in the center of my chin and out here. This is probably going to take me quite a while to go through, but I don't want it to expire before I've used it. So that's why that product is in there. Next, this is the only, that's not true. I was gonna say this is the only concealer, but that would be a lie. So this is the Naked Skin in Lavender. There's a line drawn there where it's at. I let it settle for quite a while. It's fairly thick, so it might be slightly lower than that, but I don't think so. I think that's pretty accurate. But this is what I use underneath my eyes to help with the sort of hollowness that I get here. And sometimes I forget to use it. So I want to go through this one. This is my second one that I've had in the last few months. It's something that I have actually gone through one before, but I want to make sure that I go through this one completely before I am pulling out a new one or buying a new one. So this is the other concealer. This is a concealer that most people are familiar with. It's Tarte Shape Tape, but as you can see, it's just a tiny little Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Fair Neutral. So this came in an Ipsy box, and it works very well with my skin tone. So I want to go through this. Shape Tape lasts forever, so even this little tiny one is probably going to take me months to get through, especially since I don't put a ton of concealer on. I don't have a use for that much concealer, but I do use some concealer, and this is the one that I will be reaching for. And again, that will keep me from feeling like I need to reach for other concealers. So next for foundation. So this is the Too Faced Do You in Snow. And it's hard to, like, you can see that there's a dent. Obviously it's hard to tell. I know that I've only used this a handful of times since I got it, but I like to mix it with other things. But again, foundation isn't something that you should keep around forever, so I want to use this up, and I can, even if I'm mixing it with other stuff or whatever, but also, again, because it is winter and because my skin is more dry in the winter, it's a good time to be using a dewy foundation. And I do actually really like this foundation if I use it correctly. Like, I can't just use it by itself. It definitely has to be set. Next is eyebrows. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Ash Brown. This is pretty new. As you can see, I've only used it a few times since I bought it. And this was a replacement for the Ulta brow pomade that I had been using. I had never used Dip Brow before, and it was on sale. It works very well with my eyebrows and with the way that I like to do my eyebrows. With that, I'm gonna use, again, this is one that's difficult to see how much is in it. It's fairly new. It's the Lime Crime Bushy Brow. And this is just, if I've used the MAC one on the channel before, but it's just a brow pen, and I like this one more than the MAC one. The shade is a little bit better, and I like the tip. So I want to go through it. It's hard to tell how much product is there, which makes it difficult for a project like this, but the intention is to just keep using it until I'm gonna do mascara, and I made the mistake of laying this down. So I did this earlier before I laid it down. So this is the Tarte Tartist. This is one of my favorite mascaras, but it's almost empty. But if you look here, like just above there, that is where it is at currently in the bottle. So I want to finish using this up. Mascara is only supposed to be around for, this one says 6 months. I guarantee you I've been using this for 6 months already, and I want to finish it. So this again is another hopefully finished in January product. Hopefully finished sooner than that, but I want to get it finished. And then for lips. So these are 2 products that I imagine are going to take the entire year to use up. They are 2 products that I have never in my life used an entire one, and I really want to. And I've just started to like glosses. So the first one is the Dose of Colors. This is the Over the Top. This is from the Desi and Katie collab, I love this lip gloss. It's really, really pretty, and I'm pretty sure that I can go through it. It's something that at work is very easy for me to put on. This is also a lip gloss. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection. So if you're not familiar with the Too Faced Lip Injection, these are plumping lip glosses, and I really like this particular formula for plumping. I find that it's not incredibly uncomfortable and burning, but works pretty well and just looks very pretty on the lips. This is in the shade Milkshake. It's just like a very light nude with some golden sparkles in it. And again, I expect it to take all year to get through those. So next I have, kind of did this in an odd fashion, but it's, if you look at both sides, it's here. I tipped it on its side so that that's the easiest way. I just marked it on both sides and then across so that I could see. And this powder, again, is something I've only used a handful of times because I was panning my It Cosmetics powder. Sadly, I opened it today and it was the pressed translucent powder, and it had completely smashed, and I dropped some of it fell out of the compact when I opened it because I wasn't expecting it. And I have enough other powders that I'm not gonna bother pressing that one, so I want to go through this one. Eyelash glue is probably something that seems odd, but I again want to go all the way through this before I try a different one. So I do really, really like this eyelash glue. And it's the Tartist, and you can see the line here of where it's at currently. And probably also encourage me to put eyelashes on more often. Sometimes I get lazy about eyelashes, even though I love them. I love how they look. So I have a couple of eyeliner products. This one, the Too Faced Sketch Marker You're So Too Faced in black, and it's just a felt tip pen. I am not in love with this eyeliner, which is why I'm putting it in this project, so that I actually use it and use it up. And yeah, I'm just gonna use it as long as I can stand to use it, or until it runs out, whichever comes first. And just for regular eyeliner, like so many people that are into makeup, I have 8 million black eyeliners, so I want to try and finish this one. When the cap is on as far as it can go, it goes right to the top of the 4. I will probably lay this down on a piece of paper and mark its length, but it's about half gone. I just want to finish using this one. I have a bad habit of just grabbing whichever one is closest and then never getting through any of them, and they just pile up. Then I have some skincare products, both from The Ordinary. This is the Argiline solution, 10%. So this is like, it's referred to as like Botox in a bottle. It's pretty thin, and it's supposed to help with like fine lines and wrinkles. And I have only used this much of it. I want to go through a whole bottle before I make a final decision about how I feel about it. But that's in there to remind me to use it every day. And then I have this one, which is the Buffet Serum. And this is just one that's like got a lot of different things. You can see the line there where this one is at. This is actually my second one, and I love this. This, I have noticed a definite difference in just like the plumpness of my skin when I'm using it regularly, the dryness of my skin. It absorbs pretty well. It can feel a little tacky, so I usually use it. I give it like 5 or 10 minutes to soak into the skin, and then I put my moisturizer over the top of it, and that takes care of the tackiness. But I do really like this one. I do, however, also have the Drunk Elephant Protini, so I'm kind of switching over to that. I have a couple of other Drunk Elephant products, but I don't really want to start using different products until I've gone through these. If you know me, then this probably will not be a surprise, but the Mario Badescu, and this is the rose spray. So it's facial spray with rose aloe or with aloe, herbs, and rose water. This smells like roses. If you don't like the smell of roses, you're not going to like this, but I absolutely love this. I also have the lavender one. I have a small lavender one. I think I have the aloe one. So I'm trying to go all the way through this one. I have the small lavender one on my desk at work, so I use that one at work. That one is almost gone, and then I'll probably take this to work and use this at work. I just love this, and I want to go all the way through them so that I'm not wasting them because they're great products. So one last thing, very not exciting thing. So this is the Laneige lip mask, and I do want to point out, so these have like the most hollow bottoms ever. These came in the Christmas set. It came with a full size, and then it came with 3 small ones like this that were in different scents. So this one's the vanilla. So it's about probably half to 2/3 gone. And I just want to use this up completely. It's another one of those things where because I have the 3 different scents, flavors, I don't really know both, I guess, scents and flavors. But because I have 3 different ones and the full size one, I kind of keep switching back and forth depending on my mood. I actually haven't opened the full size one that came in this kit, but I want to go all the way through one and then move on to the next one and then move on to the next one. And so I'm going to go through the vanilla one first, mostly just because this is the one that is the least full. So those are my panning products for now. And again, things might change. I might swap things out if I find that something is just too much or not inspiring me. Sure that you also noticed that there was not any eyeshadow. I have plenty of eyeshadow, and I'm not going to pretend that I think that I'm going to pan anything. I will probably try and do one palette that I use more than other palettes every month, just so that I'm rotating things. But I have palettes that I haven't used at all, and I have a lot of different stuff that I'm excited about, and depending on the day, depending on whether or not I've changed my hair color, depending on what I'm wearing, it just changes a lot. And I don't really, like, I looked to see if I had like a single pan of like something I could use as a base eyeshadow, like anything that I thought would be good for panning, and there just wasn't really anything. And then the other products that I didn't grab for panning, I don't have a highlighter because as much as I love highlighter, there's not a planet where I think that I'm going to use up an entire highlighter unless it is a product that I'm saying I'm going to use all the time for the whole year, and I like different types of highlighter different times of year. So I'm not going to do that to myself. I want to be able to switch my highlighters. No like bronzer or contouring products because I don't use them a ton. If there are any other products that I missed that you think I should put in, or if you have any suggestions, I do have some products that I will maybe just like pan on my own just because I need to focus on them, like shampoos and conditioners. I have lots of different shampoos and conditioners because I like to try different things and I need to really focus on one. And you know, even if I decide to focus on two, because I like to switch back and forth once in a while, depending on, like, sometimes it feels like a shampoo stops working for some reason and you want to use a different one. But I should be able to go through a whole bottle of shampoo without needing to switch a third of the way through. And I'm not good at that. I get excited about shampoo and conditioner for some reason. Also, I have these beautiful lotions that I got from my Secret Santa at work. She knows who she is. But this one is like a sleepy time one, and this one is an awakening one. This one I've been definitely remembering to use. You can't see very well because of the glass, but it's down to like here. This one I don't think I'm going to have any problem remembering to use. It does actually, it's got legitimate essential oils in it, so it's really nice to have lavender when going to sleep. And so I'm looking forward to that one. I love the smell of this one. This one is bergamot, and if you aren't familiar with bergamot, it's a citrusy fruit. It's in Earl Grey tea, and it's what makes Earl Grey tea Earl Grey tea. It's black tea with bergamot. But this one also smells amazing, and it's the awakening one. The problem that I have is that when I wake up, I'm still half asleep, so I forget to do everything. So this one is the one that I'm actually wanting to make sure that I use, because these again are fantastic products and I don't want them to just sit around and go bad. So if you guys are interested at all in seeing any of those items, just let me know in the comments. If you're not interested, if nobody says that they're interested, I probably won't include them in my updates. And updates will go a lot faster because in updates I'll only be talking about things that I've either used up or that I'm replacing out because I don't think I'm going to use them up. So this is going to be a long video. I already know it's going to be a long video because I've done a lot of rambling. Yeah, a lot of rambling. So hopefully everybody else is feeling positive in the new year too. Does anybody have any New Year's resolutions? I'm interested to hear them. I have started an actual official weight loss program. I have a nutritionist, and it's something that I'm doing through my job, and it's not, I have come to realize that no matter who you are, you probably have some kind of issue with your body type. I've come to realize that I have an issue with the fact that people are bothered that I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight because I'm not healthy. I went and did my wellness exam for the year, and my good cholesterol was not as high as it should have been. My bad cholesterol was fine. My glucose levels were way too high, and it kind of put the fear of God in me because they told me that I could be pre-diabetic. So I have to go get a different type of blood test to find out what they look like for the last 3 months. So that's a big deal. I had been eating really terrible food, and so it's possible that the really terrible food that I was eating skewed the results. But this is the year that I'm focusing on my health. Does that mean that I'm not ever allowed to eat ice cream again? No. Does it mean that I probably shouldn't buy 4 containers of ice cream at once? Yes, because I'll eat them all. Not in one sitting, but I will eat them all. So I'm just curious what other people are doing. Also, if people are interested in hearing about just my weight loss journey, just kind of vlog style, that is something that I might also post videos of. At this point, I don't have enough subscribers that it makes sense for me to try to split this into 2 channels. I know that a couple of people that I know in real life have suggested that I do a vlog channel and a beauty channel. If you don't want to watch the vlogs, I will put the description and vlog in it, or if I forget to do that, you'll know that it's a vlog within a couple of minutes in, and you can just skip it if you're not interested. If you're interested in the vlogs and you're not interested in the makeup stuff, vice versa. I don't know how much of that I'll do. I'll probably do some, because sometimes it's good to just sit down and catch up. Usually I do my makeup during it, but I've been doing my makeup earlier in the day, and sometimes when I come home from work, I just am tired and I want to make a video, but I don't have the energy to put on makeup and then go and wash it off and go through everything all over again. So I have to wash my face, get ready, set everything up, do my makeup while I record, which takes extra, like, it takes longer. Those videos are longer before they're edited anyway, and then wash my face all over again to go to bed. So there will definitely be more beauty content coming, and my other goal in conjunction with losing weight is to post at least 2 or 3 videos a week. Ideally, I would love to post every day, but I don't think that with my chronic fatigue issues and my migraine issues that that's going to happen. So if you are somebody who has an issue with me wanting to lose weight because you feel like that makes me not body positive, that's not the case. I think that I will look better when I've lost weight. I think that clothes will be easier to find. I don't think my face is going to change a ton. It's going to change some, but I'm just going to feel healthier and better in my skin. So I would appreciate encouragement. If you don't have anything nice to say, this is a good time to not say anything at all. Yeah, other than that, I'm just really excited about the year. I'm excited to get started with the Project Pan and with the makeup. If you're doing a Project Pan too, and you're doing it on Instagram, or you're doing it here or on Twitter, then leave me a message down below with the link and I will make sure that I check it out. And if you are doing it and you're not posting it anywhere and you want to give me updates, I am happy to hear about those too. You can either leave it in the comments or you can find me on Instagram and DM me. But I am so thankful to have everybody here. I know that right now it's still a very tiny community. There aren't very many of us, but I've had predominantly positive feedback from people. I don't feel like we're attracting a lot of negative Nellies, which is always good. You don't want a whole lot of drama happening. This isn't a drama channel. If you're looking for drama, it's that way somewhere. Go over there or over, I don't know which side. If you go to one of those sides or you go up there and you search, you can find plenty of drama. Bye. It was nice having you visit. But yeah, this was a lot of rambling again, even after I said I was done rambling and I was going to wrap it up. We'll see how this gets edited. Anyway, thank you for being here. I hope that you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Bye.